What is happening, people? Welcome back to Gouda Down Under TV, and it feels so freaking good to be an Arsenal fan right about now. You know, two absolute thrashings in a row. First to West Ham 6-0, today 5-0 against Burnley, and this title race is heating up week after week after week, and I am here for it. Every game feels so important. You're clenching everything, hoping for not another slip up, and we get the job done. Man City drawing against Chelsea couldn't have been any sweeter. Can't even believe we're rooting for Chelsea, but at this point, anything that makes any of those Liverpool, Man City teams drop points, we are here for it. Now, yes, City still have a game in hand. If they win it, they're only 1 point ahead, if I'm not mistaken. So we are right here, 2 points behind Liverpool. We need those teams to start slipping up more and more, but this is exactly what you want. You just want to be in that title race. So often as Arsenal fans at this point of the season, we're just used to, it is what it is. At this point, we're done. We've got to look forward into the transfer window. Who are we going to sign to bring us up? Who are we going to sign to try and make us crawl up this ladder, go into a title race eventually? But we are here, and Arteta has got us here back-to-back seasons, and it is beautiful. That's why a lot of this online talk about is Mikel good enough? Should we get Mikel out? Get a more experienced manager? I get it if that's what you think after a game immediately when we've drawn a game we shouldn't have drawn. If we lost a game that we shouldn't have lost. I've been there. Sometimes I'm like, that's it, Mikel out. We need someone better. The emotions are raw. Players didn't perform. Get them out. We need more. We need better. But I think if that's your tune week after week, you really got to reconsider what you're thinking. That's just my thought. You're allowed to think what you think, but I just think it's the wrong opinion. Um, you know, yes, he's not winning enough year on year. Yes, he's not winning. But at the end of the day, what you want is to be in a title race. That's what you live for as a fan. Yes, of course, winning is the ultimate goal, and that's beautiful. Maybe you have a loser's mentality, but a title race is freaking sweet. Um, and he's got us into a title race against Pep 2 seasons in a row. If we move him out, I don't think there's another manager in world football that we can get. Maybe Ancelotti that can do what he's doing, compete against Pep, compete against Klopp. I know Klopp's leaving, but you get my point. With, I think, what is probably the third best team of the three. I'd say Man City have a better squad than us. I'd probably even say Liverpool do. Maybe their midfield is their sort of hitch at the moment. But I think we have the worst squad. If everyone's saying Mikel's such a bad manager, how is he getting us right into this picture? Um, I think probably maybe we have the two best centre backs in the league, and that really boosts us because we do have the best defense in the league. But all this talk about scoring goals, which I've been here as well, thinking we need a new striker, and I think we still do because we need multiple dimensions. We're one goal off being the team with the most goals in the league. So somehow Mikel's doing something, orchestrating something to get us right there at the very top. More than just a title race. How often have we seen us go against the best team in the league, Man City, and they didn't have a sniff against us? We still need to go to the Etihad and we might get slapped there. But so far, we've versed them once. We could, they couldn't do anything against us. We controlled them. We tactically brilliant. Same against Liverpool. Controlled them. Played our game. The game was dictated to how we wanted to play it, and that was it. So for me, Mikel, I'm so happy with what he's done. Hopefully, he can go on and win the league now. Do I think that's possible? My head tells me we're probably still not going to get it. My heart tells me, you know what, who knows? We're at this point. All it takes is a couple more slip-ups, and we are right damn there for it. But that's enough of that talk. Let's talk about the game today. Same lineup as last week. Trossard, Saka, Martinelli up front. Kai in the midfield, although Trossard and Kai constantly interchanging, picking up different spaces. I thought Kai Havertz played really, really well today. Yes, he got that goal. I'm really happy for him getting the goal, but I think more than that, his movement, he's running off the ball, he's picking up good spaces, and I know that's something people laugh about. I really do know it. It's so damn valuable, especially when it's a game where the other team's going to try and limit your chances. Burnley weren't necessarily the lowest block, but it wasn't like they had acreage of spaces to play in. Kai always running from that midfield, very Aaron Ramsey-like runs, picking up space. Sometimes didn't have the best control of the ball, so I don't want to, say 10 out of 10 man of the match performance. But a lot of the other times, controlling it, laying it off, really getting in the back lines of that Burnley defense and just allowing us to open up, play with some fluidity, play with some control. And I thought he was absolutely quality, so I definitely want to kick it off with him. And then you got to go into Odegaard. Just passing around the controller, the conductor. Beautiful goal to start off the game as well. So good. Just, I think, anytime, like I said last week, we just need to get that early goal or that first goal, and then I think we're set. As long as we play the way we do, I don't think other teams are necessarily going to be able to catch up to us too often. Yes, we can maybe make our own mistakes, but we play composed. We don't give up a lot of chances. I think that really puts us in a really good position moving forward. We got that goal in the 2 minutes, and then it was calm. Then it was about picking our moments, controlling it so beautifully. And honestly, today's game really gave me Man City vibes. It didn't even look like we were trying that hard, but also somehow we were perfectly winning everything, conducting it perfectly. It just looked like there was one team of Premier League winners and the other team maybe like Div 4, Div 5. Not putting anything on Burnley, I just thought that's how good Arteta has gotten us. Start of the season, it was all about control, not letting the other team get chances. Our chances weren't really coming. And I said, all we need to do is just flick that switch up a little bit or flick that lever up, whatever you want to say, a little bit, just to get that balance a little bit right. You don't want to go completely to the other spectrum where we're sending everyone forward, bombing on, creating chances, but then leaking goals at the back, like we used to do quite a lot, under Arteta, under Wenger. I do love Wenger, absolutely historical manager, but I feel like a lot of times, especially towards the end, we would dominate, and then would leave so much space at the back and get nicked off 1-0. Arteta's really sort of changing that. We're solid at the back. Now we're starting to create chances as well. Now we're starting to put chances away. And this is such a perfect blend of football. Every game I'm so excited to watch. I can't wait till Porto. And this is what you want as a fan, man. This is what you want. When it's not Odegaard playing well, it's Saka coming in, grabbing another goal, grabbing another penalty as well. Trossard doing his thing. Martinelli on the wings. Thought Kivior played really well as well. To be honest, I think maybe I slagged him off a little bit too much the last couple games. Didn't say anything bad, just said I didn't think he was playing that well, but tried to put a little bit more emphasis of noticing what he's doing, and I think he actually is, he's balling out. Not 10 out of 10 performances, but doing exactly what he needs to do. Arteta brilliantly tweaked the back four as well. Every time Kivior played left back, he was trying to do the Zinchenko thing. He's a bit too slow on the ball, just not creative enough, wasn't really technically gifted enough, and it was sort of putting him in positions where maybe he wasn't the best defensively as well, where he was getting a little bit exposed. He wasn't able to sort of set himself up to be able to be in a spot to, win one-on-one duels. Whereas now, Kivior stays at back three, centre back, Ben White invert into the midfield, and I think that tweak has really changed us. Now we're not so reliant on needing a Zinchenko at the back. Ben White can, maybe not to the degree of Zinchenko's passing, but it's a different dynamic. He's more powerful, more athletic, can charge into that midfield. A lot like maybe a John Stones. Charge in, give us an extra body in there. He's played CDM in the past as well, and I think it does give us another good dimension. We lose the ball, we've got Declan Rice, Ben White in that midfield trying to combat, and I think it's working really, really well. Declan Rice, beautiful tackles. I already talked about my man Kai Havertz. Saliba, not sure White has him on the left here, and Gabriel on the right. Guess we have to switch that. Saliba played well. I thought he picked up an injury at one point, not going to lie. He just looked like he was moving a little bit weird. Looked like he maybe had a stiff back. I'm hoping he's all good. I haven't heard anything, so I'm just going to try and take the punt and say that he's good. Raya, again, another game. Every single game, I'm getting more and more comfortable with him. I was definitely one of the over-emotional fans saying, bring back Ramsdale. Raya sucks. He doesn't offer us anything. But man, he is just fitting into this team better and better. I think a lot of the reason that we don't give up chances is due to David Raya. He knows when to go, when to stay. And I think at the start, maybe, you're in a new team, new system. I think because he was a goalkeeper, I didn't give him the same patience I gave Kai Havertz. But he's doing his thing, man. He is doing his thing. I think the bench maybe started slowing up the game too much when they came on. Nketiah, Reece, Jorginho, Cedric. But we're up 5-0. I'm not going to complain. Now it's on to Porto, on to Newcastle, where we need to get our revenge as well. More importantly than our revenge, honestly, I'll just take the 3 points for the title race. Man City's going to play their game in hand against Brentford during the week. I think when we play Porto, they're playing Brentford. So everyone's going to be on even games played. None of that game in hand bullcrap. It's all going to come down to the wire. For now, please let me know what you thought of the game. What do you think about Arteta's job so far? What do you think about our chances in the title run? I love to talk some football, so let's have a bit of a chat in the comments section. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. It really does help out the channel. And more important than all of that, please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in that next video. Peace.